Harry Connick Jr., how are you?
Good, man.
I'm good too. I haven't seen you in a while. I did the Dolphin's Tail junkets. We've talked on a few times when you had the talk show and all of that. But I'm very interested in what you're doing with playground sessions.
It's really cool. You know, I love playing the piano. I think most people probably know that. And one of the comments I hear more than any other is, "Oh man, I wish I had kept up my piano lessons. You know, I'm tone deaf. You know, I'll never be able to play the piano." And Playground Sessions has busted all of those myths wide open. It takes really tried and true methods of teaching the piano and combine them with cutting edge, very innovative technology, and came up with an app that I think is revolutionary and ultimately will teach people who don't think they can play the piano or don't think they're musically inclined in a very short amount of time.
You know, the thing is I'm a very frustrated musician. When I was taking piano lessons, I could never get my left hand to do what I wanted it to do. You know, and you came up the same way. I mean, you have piano teachers and all of that. How is this revolutionary?
Well, in a couple of different ways. First, you get to interact with music in a way that you've never done. For example, if you play on your keyboard a wrong note, it's going to turn red. If you play a right note, it's going to turn green. And you can start very, very basically and then move up. And then you have a whole host of teachers, myself included, who will walk you through learning how to play from the very, very basics all the way through intermediate levels, all the way through advanced levels. So no matter where you are, we have your back and we'll show you how to do the things that have been giving you trouble. Obviously, the harder things will take a little bit longer, but when you really have a better grasp of the fundamentals, everything makes more sense. And so Playground Sessions is really good at that, and they've come up with a way of doing it that I think is absolutely tremendous.
You know, my mind goes to the little kid trying to learn music, but this is for a CEO of a company. This you could do on your lunch breaks. You can keep up with your music lessons.
You can, and you know, listen, you know, CEOs may have the money to drop on a piano and somebody to come teach them a couple of times a week, but not everybody does. But most people have a computer, have a tablet, even a little small MIDI keyboard that they can plug in. And like you say, do it on your lunch hour, do it at home. I just spoke to a woman very recently who has a 6-year-old who's interested in playing, is going to work on Playground Sessions for the 6-year-old, but is also interested in doing it herself, not having any musical talent that she thinks at all. And Playground Sessions, it just makes it fun. It makes it easy. It's a challenge without knowing you're being challenged, and I think people are going to really like it.
And you being, you know, I mean, I know you for your music, and you speak music. I mean, there is that language that you have with other musicians. You wouldn't endorse something that wasn't tried and true by you. So tell me personally, I mean, when you look at something like this, I mean, this is a wonderful, wonderful time to be alive, because you can do stuff like this now.
That's right. And if there's a better mousetrap, I'm all for it. You know, I had the best mousetrap in the world growing up. I grew up in a town where I had the best teachers. I was fortunate to have a piano in the house. Things change, times change. Listen, if you can go afford private lessons, that's terrific. But what you don't get with private lessons is different perspectives. You don't get my perspective and all the other teachers on Playground Sessions. You don't get the same interactive experience. There's a host of reasons why this software is what it is. And it would not have been founded and endorsed by Quincy Jones if it were not state of the art. That's what got my attention. I did my due diligence and I said, look, I'm not going to put my name behind some crappy product. I want people to learn how to play the piano. I sent my dad, who's 92, the first lesson, and he said, wow, I understand this better than I ever have. And that's the whole point. And that's what we're hoping will be attractive to people.
And musically, though, I mean, you express yourself in different ways when you have that kind of extra language in your lexicon, the language of music.
Oh, I think so, for sure. I think people who I have taught very basic musical concepts to people who don't know anything about music. And in 10 minutes, their whole way of listening to music and appreciating music has changed. And because music infiltrates our lives in so many ways, it invariably affects you in other parts of your life. I think if you just want to talk basically, it makes you more sensitive. It makes you more receptive to listening. It's good for your brain. It's good for your spirit. It brings people together. I mean, it's an important, imperative part of our lives. And anything that helps people with that part, I'm 100% behind, and that's why I'm working with Playground Sessions.
You said it all, brother. I mean, that is it. If it's in your heart, it needs to come out, and you can do it musically. It is a wonderful, wonderful way of expressing yourself. Tell people where they can find the app.
PlaygroundSessions.com, and there you can find everything you need to know. You can find out about the different sessions that they offer. They even bundle a keyboard, a Playground Sessions keyboard that's optimized for the app. So there's a whole bunch of different ways you can approach it when you go to PlaygroundSessions.com, and I'll be right there waiting for you when you get there.
Harry, thank you. So are you going on tour soon? Are we going to see you?
I have a lot of stuff happening this year, some touring, some studio work, some TV projects, some stage projects, so I'm going to be busy this year.
We hope to see you out here in Salt Lake City. And again, thank you so much. And as soon as we're done, I'm hopping on my computer and getting the app.
Yes, sir. You're going to love it. Thanks, Tony.
I'm a frustrated musician.
Not for long.